Hello everyone, I am Ishani.
And I'm Lavkesh.
Welcome to our channel,
A Canadian Dream.
We post videos on Canadian immigration, Canadian lifestyle, and travel vlogs on our channel. So stay tuned and hit the subscribe button right now so that you don't miss any updates.
So let's start filling up the form. This is form IMM008, General Application Form for Canada. You should always fill out the latest version of the form. I'm filling out this form in January 2021. So the latest version of this form available right now is June 2020. This form is filled by the primary applicant in the spousal sponsorship application. I have pre-filled this form so that it is easier for you to understand, and also it is faster for me to explain to you. Application details, program under which you are applying. So spousal sponsorship comes under family class, so we will be selecting family. Category under which you are applying. If you are sponsoring your spouse in this application, it will be how many family members including you are in this application. I am assuming you are sponsoring your spouse alone in this application, so it will be 1. Language preference for correspondence. You can select English or French in this case. Language preference for interview. In case there is an interview, you can select any language of your preference. Based on if you are requesting for an interpreter, you can select yes or no. Where do you intend to live in Canada? You need to select the province and the city where you will be living after you land in Canada. So this part is grayed out because we have selected the province or territory as Ontario. Let's move ahead to the personal details. Since primary applicant is filling out this form, these details are of the primary applicant. Family name, that is the last name of the primary applicant, followed by a given name, that is the first name of the primary applicant. Have you ever used any other name? For example, nickname, maiden name, alias in this application. Based on if you have an alias name, you can select yes or no. Next is the UCI number. If you are filling out an application with CIC for the first time, you won't have this UCI number, so you can leave it blank. Even if you have filed an application in past and you don't know this number, you can leave it as blank. Then you can select your gender, height in centimeters or feet, and it will convert accordingly. Your eye color, primary applicant's date of birth, place of birth, country, and citizenship. If you have more than one citizenship, you can select that as well. Country of residence, you can select the country in which you live in right now. Date and place of your last entry to Canada. This area is grayed out for me based on the selection in the previous question. In case it is not grayed out for you, you can enter the date and the place. Previous countries of residence. During the past 5 years, have you lived in any other country other than your country of citizenship or country of residence for more than 6 months? If you have lived in any country for more than 6 months in the last 5 years, except for the country of residence or country of citizenship, then you can mark yes and enter those details here. If not, you can mark it as no and the area will be grayed out. And if the answer is yes, you can select the country where you have stayed for more than 6 months, your status in that country, citizen, permanent resident, visitor, worker, based on your information, and also from which to which state you have stayed in that country. Let me select no for now. Next question is your current marital status. You can select the marital status based on your information. Also the date on which you entered into this relationship. Provide the name of your current spouse or common law partner. You need to mention sponsor's surname in here, followed by sponsor's first name. Next is, have you previously been married or in a common law relationship? Based on your information, you can mark yes or no and fill the details. If no, this will be grayed out. Contact information. Current mailing address. This is the address where you want CIC to send the information in case an email ID is not mentioned here. So please take a note that you must mention a valid email ID here. In case no email ID is mentioned over here, CSE will be sending all the information regarding your file on this mailing address. I would suggest you to enter sponsor's mailing address in this section, which will be a Canadian address. Also, in the cases where somebody's file is returned back, this is the mailing address where the file is returned. So you can write street number, street name, city, country, province and the postal code. You can mark apartment or unit number as NA, or you can even leave this blank. Same goes for the PO box number. Residential address, same as the mailing address. If it is same as the mailing address in case of the inland sponsorship application, you can mark it as yes. If not, you need to write the address of the country where you currently reside. For now, I'll mark it as yes. Next is telephone number. You need to provide your telephone number. The primary applicant needs to provide this. Also, if you have an alternate number, you can select that as well. Fax number can be left as blank. If you have one, you can mention that. Next is email address. You must mention a valid email address in this section because this is where all the communication will be sent to you by CSE regarding your file. Next is passport details. Primary applicant needs to mention the passport number, the country of issue date and expiry date. For this script, will you use passport issued by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs in Taiwan? That includes the personal identification number. Since I have selected the country of passport issuance as India, the next two questions are grayed out for me. If in case this is not grayed out for you, you can answer these questions accordingly. If in case you have any questions, you can always ask in the comment section. Next is the national identity document. Do you have a national identity document? If no, you can mark it as no, but if yes, you can mention the national identity document in here. For people who are applying from India, you can fill your passport details or your Aadhaar card details in the national identity document section. Next is the education or occupation details. You need to mention the highest level of education based on your details. The number of years of education in total. So you have to calculate from standard 1 to standard 12, say 12 years. And then if you are a graduate and the graduation was of 3 years or 4 years based on your degree, so 12 plus 4 years of bachelor's degree will be 16 years in total. So I have written 16 in here. You can write your current occupation and the intended occupation, which means that what do you plan to do when you land in Canada. Language details, native language or mother tongue. You can select from the options given here. Are you able to communicate in English or French? You should always. Are you able to communicate in English or French? You must select a value here. You must select English or French based on your comfort level. Have you ever taken a test from the designated testing agency to assess your proficiency in English or French? If you have taken a test, you can mark it as yes. If no, you can mark it as no, and this is not a mandate. For this form, I am considering that only spouse is being sponsored, but if you have any dependent of yours, then you can add those details here as well, and the information is very much similar to what we have entered just now. If you have any doubts, you can ask me in the comments as well. For now, I will remove the dependent. Once you have filled in all the information, you need to click on validate. Validation completed successfully. You can click on OK. Next, you will see that barcodes are generated for the application form. Also, you will get the consent and declaration related questions, and you can mark it as yes. Also, you need to sign the application and enter the date on which you are signing the application. Once the barcodes are generated, you need to go up and check on the first page that the validated value is yes. It shouldn't be blank or no. Once this is done, you need to print out the form and sign it. You can write the primary applicant's name in here. Also sign it in front of that. Then you need to write the first name and the last name here, also in ink. So this form is done. If you have any questions, you can ask me in the comment section, and I will try to help you in the best possible way. Thank you everyone for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe and comment.